Hello, this is Catherine from Accelerated Reader. Today I will be reading Scripts from Theatre Script Booklet for Reading Practice by The Tiny Theatre. The Tiny Theatre helps children build reading skills in a fun way. They create printable theater scripts that help kids learn while having fun. The skits are full of silly characters, funny plots, and vocabulary words to engage kids. Before I begin reading, I would like to give a big thanks to Tiny Theatre for sending me these scripts to read on my channel. The Doctor's Office, skit number 2. Beans, beans, and more beans. The patient is eating a bowl of beans. You can come in. How can I help you? I have an upset stomach and I have a lot of gas. What are you eating? I am eating a bowl of baked beans. They taste so good. How often are you eating beans? I eat beans for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. I like beans a lot. I can eat 5 cans of beans every day. I think your gas may be happening because of too many beans. You're eating way too many beans every day. Are beans bad for me? No, beans are good for your health. The problem is that you are eating way too many beans. Are you sure that beans are the problem? Yes, I'm sure. You're eating 5 cans of beans every day. That is way too many beans. I'm going to give you some medicine that will help your stomach feel better too. Thank you, doctor. Friends over for dinner, skit number 2, Brian the Bear. The babysitter and the kid are cooking dinner and talking in the kitchen. They are talking about the kid's friend who's coming over for dinner. I'm super excited to meet your new friend. You always get excited when a friend comes over. What's your friend's name? His name is Brian. We are in the same class. Is Brian's mom going to drop him off? No. Brian said he's going to go through the forest. He's going to go through the forest? Ding dong. It sounds like Brian is here. I'm getting excited. The kid shakes his or her head and opens the door to let Brian inside. The kid says, "Hi," and Brian stomps to the kitchen. Welcome to my house, Brian. This is my babysitter. Oh, my. Hi. Nice to meet you, Brian. Growl. Why don't you both sit at the table? Dinner is coming up. Brian and the kid sit down at the table. The babysitter puts the food on the table and sits down too. I cooked some fish sticks. I hope you guys like it. Brian devours the plate. It seems like you're a little hungry, Brian. Growl. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't know how to speak bear language. Brian and I talk a lot in class. I learned bear language from him. He said that he loves fish. Brian, you can have some of my plate too, if you'd like. The babysitter hands Brian his or her plate. Brian eats the food quickly. Growl. He said it was fantastic. Growl. He said that he usually eats fish cold. I would have cooked it differently if I had known you were a bear. Let me see if we have some leftover fish in the fridge. The babysitter goes into the kitchen and continues talking. Do you play any sports, Brian? Growl. Brian is on the wrestling team at school. He's really good. The coach says he eats up his opponents. The babysitter comes back holding pieces of frozen fish. I don't know if you would like this, but we have some frozen salmon. Growl. Brian says, yes, please. The babysitter hands Brian the salmon. Brian eats the frozen salmon and burps. Growl. Brian said, that was good salmon. Growl. He said, thank you for dinner. Can Brian and I play outside now? Um, sure. Just be careful, and if you're going to wrestle, don't be too rough. The kid and Brian get up to leave. They walk away, and Brian growls happily. Two aliens at a restaurant. A spaceship landed outside of Bob's restaurant, and two aliens walked inside. Take me to your leader. I am the owner of the restaurant, if that's what you mean. What can I get for you? If I ask for a hot dog, can I choose which kind of dog I want to eat? The hot dog is not actually a dog. That's just what we call it. The sandwich looks tasty as well. Where do you get the sand that goes in your sandwiches? Um, the sandwiches don't have sand in them. They have meat, bread, lettuce, and tomato. That sounds very delicious. We are tired because we have traveled from very far away. Can we use your restroom? Of course. It is down the hallway. The aliens were in the restroom for several hours, and other customers started complaining because they needed to use the restroom too. Bob thought that the aliens may feel sick after traveling so much, so he went to go check on them. Is everything okay in there? What do you want? Are you okay? It's been 3 hours. We are fine. We would be better if your restroom had beds or chairs. It is not a very comfortable place to rest. I suggest that humans make improvements to their restrooms. This has been a long day. The end. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the description below, I've included links where you may find and purchase this booklet.